Hello and welcome to Cedar Rapids Prairie High School. Channel 15 is very proud to bring you Cedar Falls High School Wrestling. We take our show on the road as we Cedar Falls Tigers, 5-0 in the conference, 11-6 overall, visit the Cedar Rapids Prairie Hawks in a very special evening in Cedar Rapids, where Cedar Rapids Prairie honored their 1978-1979 state championship team. It was the first championship of any kind for Cedar Rapids Prairie. This one particularly special because on that team, a couple of wrestlers that you may be familiar with, the names of Jim Zaleski and Barry Davis. Of course, Jim Zaleski, the head coach at Oregon State University right now, two-time state champion, two-time undefeated national champion his junior and senior year, was called the Wrestler of the Decade. Then, of course, Barry Davis, silver medalist in the Olympics, was the world freestyle champion as well, former head coach at University of Wisconsin. So not only is it a state champion team for Cedar Rapids Prairie, but they sport arguably two of the better college wrestlers in Iowa history. But this match tonight between these two teams has special significance as well, as both teams are 5-0 in the conference. This will go a long ways towards determining who will be the champion on the Mississippi side of the MVC. As we take a look at the records, there's Cedar Falls on top, 5-0, 11-6 in the conference. Cedar Rapids Prairie 5-0, 10-2 overall. Now, one of the keys here as well is we say it will go a long ways towards determining. Cedar Rapids Prairie does still have to wrestle Western Dubuque, as you can see, resides in third place in the standings at 5-1. The Tigers have already defeated Western Dubuque, so Cedar Falls in a very good position at this point. The two teams have met already this season. They met on December 14th at the Battle of Waterloo. Cedar Falls defeated Prairie 45-27 in a meet that head coach Chris Ortner said in almost everything went the way of the Tigers. A very close match, very close meet, a bunch of close matches in which the Tigers came out on top. He thinks tonight should be terrific and should have some very excellent matches, as we'll take a look at here in a moment. So we take a look at the schedules. You can see Cedar Falls and Cedar Rapids Prairie results. You can see where the Tigers are and then how Prairie matches up against those same teams. Both teams have defeated Cedar Rapids Washington, Dubuque Senior, City High, and Waterloo East. Cedar Rapids Prairie has already wrestled Xavier, whereas the Tigers have not. And of course, as I already mentioned, Prairie still has Western Dubuque on its schedule. Take a look at the Tigers' schedule overall in dual meets. Then the MVC. Tigers could do some shaking up in their alignment, as could Cedar Rapids Prairie. One of the keys is going to be where they start the meet tonight, and that could determine who is going to wrestle where. We are familiar with the fact that there are going to be some shakeups. We just don't know exactly what they're going to be. But as you can take a look, those were the lineups that were given to us for both Cedar Rapids Prairie and Cedar Falls. 4 ranked wrestlers for the Prairie Hawks in their lineup, and 3 of the ranked wrestlers for Cedar Falls. You can see number 4, Jakey Penrith at 120 pounds. Number 9, Jackson Barth at 132 pounds. And number 10, Justin Campbell at 285 pounds. So this should be a terrific one to do tonight. It's the Prairie Hawks and the Tigers on Cedar Falls Community Television, Channel 15. Referees for this evening's matches: Kent Sesker. See, Kent, the lead referee in this first match, along with Craig Linner. We're starting at 160 pounds, where we're going to see Colton LaGrange of Cedar Rapids Prairie, he's 23-5, and Lincoln Willett of Cedar Falls, 10-13. First time these two met, it was a 12-7 decision for LaGrange over Willett. Cedar Falls, of course, coached by first-year head coach Chris Ortner. Spent time as head coach at Columbus and Waterloo, and He's an assistant at Wartburg College. And Kane Thompson, the head coach for Cedar Rapids Prairie. So we are set to get underway at 160 pounds. Again, we're at Cedar Rapids Prairie High School. A pair of 5-0 teams in MVC action. And it's LaGrange in early in the shot. If you're familiar with Cedar Rapids Prairie wrestling, you've seen a lot of LaGranges come through. At least one state champion, and it's LaGrange who draws first blood. LaGrange with an early 2-0 lead. LaGrange working on top. Willett trying to keep his base. Trying to keep LaGrange from that near wrist control. LaGrange working perpendicular on Willett. You see LaGrange off. Now he's trying to get that control of that left arm, getting that near wing. Willett continuing to work hard on bottoms. LaGrange very physical on top, and a very tough ride for LaGrange so far. Got the first 2 points. It's 2-0 LaGrange. Now LaGrange working. He's got a little bit of leverage, not near arm. Now he's just trying to physically turn him with the hip and half a wing, but that does not happen. Willett able to get back to his base. Again, a much higher scoring match. The first time these two wrestlers met, it was 12-7 LaGrange. 25 seconds remaining in this first period. Again, starting at 160 pounds. Now LaGrange working on a tilt. LaGrange now working on that near arm, looking for the wing. He's got 3 seconds. Got to be careful with that. Oh, Willett showing some unbelievable flexibility in that shoulder. I have no idea I was able to manage his way out of that. But nonetheless, he does not give up any near fall points. And so now it'll be Willett who will start on top. It's Cedar Rapids Prairie who gets the even matches. So it's Riley Barnett, not Lincoln Willett. And a last change. Escape for LaGrange. Now he's up 3-0. LaGrange in on that single. LaGrange able to turn the corner. Now he's got that arm he worked so hard for in the first period. Now he's going to secure that. Barnett in a little bit of trouble here. Barnett's got the near leg pin, and now he's got that pinning combination. Now we see LaGrange's got Barnett, and it's a quick fall. So at the 2:50 mark of the first period, it's LaGrange with the takedown. Was able to convert that into a fall over Riley Barnett. Apologized for the incorrect name for the first period. Took me a moment to realize that, in fact, who the right wrestler was out there. So Lincoln Willett moves up to 170 pounds. And there he will wrestle Nick Pearson. So we knew there would be some jockeying in this meet, and we've seen it already at 160 and 170 pounds. So Lincoln Willett in on their early shot. Pearson's able to fight that off. Willett just trying to make sure that he doesn't have this turn against him. Now Pearson's got an ankle. Willett now able to work, get himself out of there. 6-0 team score after the LaGrange pin to start things off at 160 pounds. Now Lincoln Willett, 10 pounds a lot to give up when you go to 160 to 170. Willett, 10-13 on the season. Nick Pearson, 19-11 for Cedar Rapids Prairie at 170 pounds. And Pearson working, and he does. He's able to bury the head of Willett, works one way and comes back around the other and gets the early two. So now it's Pearson on top. Pearson looking to break down Willett. Significant size advantage for Prairie at 170 pounds. Now Pearson's going to have to get out perpendicular. He's going to be warned here very soon. Willett's got to do some moving. You see the referee starting to get a little unsettled. Both wrestlers get a verbal warning to move. No official warning given yet. Just 5 seconds remaining in this first period, and looks like it's going to end with a Pearson 2-0 lead. So Willett's choice, and Willett will take down. So Willett not able to make that quick move and get out to get that first point. Cedar Falls still looking for his first point of the meet. Pearson settling in on those legs. He's got Willett. You hear the instructions being yelled to get those hips up. And now Pearson's got that near wing locked in pretty good. He's going to go pin the leg. We might see a tilt. He's going to try to pin that arm with his body, keep it there, free up both of his hands. Now he's got the double in. And now Willett's in a world of hurt. Pearson's working near side, and now he's got the advantage. Pearson's got that double. Willett trying to work against it. Willett showing some big time flexibility. And now he's got it flipped, and now Willett gonna try to roll himself through. Keep the bridge going. Willett's able to do that right now. He's got 37 seconds. Willett's in pretty decent shape right now. Trying to avoid the non-pinning combination. Near fall points. And now we see a change of position for Pearson. And now Willett's got to really fight off the last 16 seconds. Pearson, now he's got it. So at the 3-minute and 47-second mark of the second period, Nick Pearson able to register the fall against Lincoln Willett. So now we're going to move to 182 pounds. And it'll be Southworth of the Cedar Falls Tigers. Southworth with a nice record of 15-5, taking on Logan Andaway. Andaway comes with a record of 17-9. Tigers looking to get on the board. It has been all Prairie so far in the first two matches. First time these two teams met, Southworth registered a fall over Andaway in the first period at 136 mark, so the Tigers could use a repeat of that. Both wrestlers feeling each other out. Andaway trying to build on the momentum that this team has had thus far in this meeting. And now it's Southworth in on the first shot of the match. Fought off by Andaway. Southworth feigns a throw. Really nothing serious there. Letting the referee know that he's going to be offensive. Andaway really has done nothing so far. A lot of hand fighting between these two. 35 seconds. Just in the first period, no score yet. Southworth just shoves Andaway off the mat, and he'll come back to the center. So we get a late move, late offense. We're going to go to the second period without any score in this first period. Oh, and it's a throw by Andaway, and in fact, he does get the two. Southworth gets a little aggressive. Andaway turns that into a late takedown. No near fall points awarded. Not enough time left in the period. So that excites the crowd with a late two. Southworth will start on top. Andaway very active, getting out of there. Andaway to his feet. Southworth going to hang on that leg. Southworth trying to force Andaway to his back. Now Andaway looking for a throw from a very odd position. Southworth will go back on top. So the Cedar Rapids Prairie crowd ignited once again by Logan Andaway. Andaway able to free himself with a quick sit out. Spins his way to a point. And it's 3-0 Andaway. Trying to turn the tables from the earlier match back on December 14th. Prairie was able to win at 160 and 170 pounds in the earlier contest between these two, but they were both by regular decisions. So instead of 6-0 Prairie in those two matches, it's 12-0. Now it's Southworth in on a shot. He's got Andaway in a good position, and in fact, he will get the two. Andaway trying to earn the point. Referee is now waving it off, saying no points. Chris Ortner not happy at all with that decision. The referee awarded the two. Andaway is able to fight out of it, and now they're going to say no takedown awarded. So now they do say they're going to give him the takedown and then the escape. So it's a 3-2 match. Check that. Should be 4-2 if in fact they awarded the escape. Referees conferring to make sure they're on the same page with the score. And they're going to say that in fact Southworth registers the takedown, no escape. I apologize for the confusion. I'm not certain that the referees knew exactly what was going on. So with 46 seconds we restart. Southworth able to bring Andaway back to the mat. Andaway very active. Southworth doing a good job of riding him, trying to break him down in his base. Southworth's got to be a little careful of getting too high. Southworth's able to bring him off the mat, and we'll restart with 29 seconds. Prairie fans wanting a stall call on Southworth, not taking him back to the mat. Southworth going down on an ankle. Back to his feet is Andaway. Andaway's able to get rid of the wrist. Southworth's going to ride him. And run him out of bounds. And Andaway is going to come back to the center. Big 22 seconds is the difference between a single point and a 2-point advantage for Andaway if he's able to get out of here. Now Southworth is able to break down Andaway. You can tell he's run out of steam a little bit. Now Southworth, he's working on a near wing himself, trying to get some leg control. Also pin that head. 6 seconds to go. Andaway sits out, and he's going to get his point. Quickly in on a shot is Andaway. He's not able to secure the takedown. And we head to the third period. It's a 4-2 match. So Logan Andaway with a big point. And now he'll start on top against Southworth. He's able to break down Southworth to start the period. Third and final period, unless we happen to have overtime. And we're working on that crossface. Southworth now back to his base. Now Southworth getting to his feet. Like maybe Dakota just getting a little bit of wind at the beginning of the period. Now he's going to work. Assistant coach Brian Curran for the Tigers up and yelling some instructions at Southworth. Right to the ankle goes Andaway. 80 seconds to go in the third period of the match. Andaway with still a 4-2 lead. Late takedown in the first period for Andaway. And now he's going to let Southworth go, and it's 4-3. Southworth, a takedown away from taking the lead in the match. He's in on a double, trying to pull it in. Southworth with his head down. Now he converts to a single. Andaway looking to fight it off. Southworth's got to keep his base. Now Andaway still on that ankle. Southworth's got to try to work his way up, get a little bit higher, get up on the hips to get his two. Southworth now trying to secure the feet. Southworth looks like he's in very good position. Andaway now able to sit out on him with 25 seconds to go. And there's going to be no points awarded, 21 seconds to go. Southworth needing to work. 18 seconds to go. Needing to get two. 13 seconds. Both these wrestlers extremely tired right now. 9 seconds, Southworth in on a shot. Andaway sets out. It's going to be very difficult at this point. Logan Andaway looks like he's going to fight off Dakota Southworth for the win. So a big win for Prairie at 182 pounds as Logan Andaway, after getting pinned by Dakota Southworth in the previous match, instead is able to turn it into a decision, and Prairie finds itself up 15-0. And now we move to the 195-pound match where Ashton Stoner DeGroot, who's 13-0, ranked 4th in the state, takes on Ben Bowman. Stoner DeGroot in on a quick two. Bowman 6-5, taking on Stoner DeGroot. DeGroot working the early tilt, is able to roll through it, is Bowman. After a lot of noise in the previous match, Jim just got quiet. So Stoner DeGroot with the quick two. Bowman with the escape. And Stoner DeGroot with significant length advantage, able to get it on quick two and take Bowman down. Now DeGroot's got Bowman on his back, and he's got Ben in some serious difficulties. He's a little bit high on that left arm, so Ben's able to get that arm out of there. He should be okay. Now DeGroot trying to control that wrist, but in fact, DeGroot, now he reclaims it really very quickly. Now he's just gonna muscle him over, get that control, and now he's got a chest to test, and there's his pin. So another fall for Cedar Rapids Prairie. This time for undefeated Ashton Stoner to Grote. And the Tigers still looking to get on the board. It's a clean sweep of the first 4 matches so far. It's 21-0 Prairie. And the Tigers are looking for something now out of Colin Bonenkamp. Bonenkamp comes in 17-5. He'll take on Jake Halverson. Halverson 2-18. Bonenkamp had a 20-second fall the last time these two met. It's exactly what the Tigers need right now. The Tiger faithful who have made their way down at 380, a little bit shell-shocked right now. Halverson's already made it 10 seconds longer than he did. Now it's Bonenkamp in. He's got the first 2 of the match. We're 220 pounds. And it's Jake Halverson versus Colin Bonenkamp. Bonenkamp working high on Halverson. And I was able to break him down. He's working that near wing, and now Bonenkamp in great shape. Bonenkamp's in a great position. Great pinning combination here. Bonenkamp's going to register the fall here shortly, and in fact, referee's going to slap the mat. So Bonenkamp takes a touch longer. Instead of a 20-second fall, it's 1:15 seconds. But Bonenkamp able to get the Tigers on the board. It's now 21-6 as they move to the heavyweight match. So the home team sends out Jordan Jacobus. He's 12-12 on the season. And from Cedar Falls, they send out Justin Campbell. Campbell 10th ranked at heavyweight, 16-6. Campbell looking for the early 2. He's in behind Jacobus. Jacobus able to spin out of that. Campbell and Jacobus tie up. Campbell just cracked the rankings at number 10. Campbell looking for a throw. Jacobus able to fight that off. Campbell looking for a wing from the feet and just gets out of bounds. Head back to the center circle. 45 seconds have elapsed in this first period. Prairie Hawks 21, Cedar Falls 6. We're at the heavyweight match. We started at 160 pounds. Prairie ran off 4 straight wins before the Tigers. Colin Bonenkamp able to register the first points of the evening for the Tigers. A little over a minute is elapsed. Now we're looking for a throw again. It's Jacobus looking to throw Campbell, but Campbell able to fight that off nicely. Now Campbell in very good position. Campbell and Jacobus tie it up. Some excitement, but no points scored. Now Campbell with that front headlock is able to get freed up as Jacobus. Jacobus still looking to get inside Campbell as he continues to lean. See Campbell significantly taller than Jacobus. Now Campbell again looking for the throw. Jacobus trying to fight it off, and now Campbell's able to just slip the head out and get the first 2 of the match. And that happens with 4 seconds to go, and Campbell will go to the second period with a 2-0 lead. In the first meeting, it was a fall in the second period for Campbell. 2:47, so the Tigers in need of some points here. Some bonus points would be preferable. Campbell able to 4-1 Campbell, not 2-0, my apologies. Now 4-2 as Jacobus escapes. Big fellas tussling in the first period. A couple of would-be throws were fought off. Now Campbell changing levels a touch on Jacobus. Now they're in tight again. Jacobus not afraid to tie up with Campbell with a little bit of a lower center of gravity. Campbell putting the pressure on. And they're out of the circle again at 1:03 mark of the second period. Campbell with a couple of takedowns, 2 escapes for Jacobus. 1 takedown and escape, which somehow I missed early in the match. I apologize for that. Campbell again now he's trying to work inside. And you see Campbell look for some sort of throw as well. And Jacobus will usher he and Campbell off the mat. It was a fall the last time these two met. So in the eyes of Cedar Rapids Prairie, anything less than a fall would be a win. And now it's Jacobus going for the throw. Campbell turns that into a quick fall himself. So we saw Jacobus on now the third occasion trying to throw Campbell. Campbell is able to widen out, slip the throw, and turn it into a fall. So Justin Campbell with the second consecutive pin for the Tigers. And now it's 21-12. And now we go to the little guys. With the littler guys, we move to 106 pounds. It'll be Hunter Kalis of Cedar Rapids Prairie, 17-11, taking on Connor McCartan at 16-7. Kalis prevailed over McCartan the first time these two met, 5-2. McCartan still has a hold of that ankle. Kalis, not 2 yet. McCartan, now in fact, going to try to keep his rear end on the ground. Nice job by McCartan. Now McCartan's trying to work his way around. See McCartan, and we're going to have a whistle and a back to the feet. Nice job by McCartan fighting off that too. Kalis, the weak shot. McCartan sprawling again. Kalis, a sophomore. McCartan, a freshman. Similar position. Now, McCartan does have Kalis's head buried. Kalis trying to get his head out of there. McCartan trying to stay over the top. Trying to keep his belly to the ground. Keep that head buried. Kalis in on that leg pretty good. McCartan trying to squeeze around that waist. McCartan now splits the legs. Trying to get that hip out. McCartan working again. You'd be surprised that the referees, in fact, no advantage yet for Kalis. Now McCartan in much better position. Nothing has changed, and now we'll head back to our feet. One thing McCartan does have to be careful of Kalis on both shots so far. McCartan's going to have to show a little aggressiveness. Now it's Kalis in a shot. This one's much stronger. McCartan still trying to work. He's got 4 seconds to stay. McCartan's looks like he's going to avoid the takedown. And McCartan showing some good defense here. Kalis in on 3 good shots. Kalis will choose the down position. It'll be McCartan on top. No score as we enter the second period. Kalis quickly to his feet. McCartan's able to take him back down. McCartan working that near wrist. Now we'll be able to flatten out Kalis. Trying to keep the pressure on the hips, trying to keep him flat. A couple of wrestlers here with good records coming in. Kalis 17-11, McCartan 16-7. Now the sit out by Kalis, gets to his feet, but nice job of scooting in behind by McCartan to maintain control. Wrestled 35 seconds of this second period. Still no score in the match. McCartan trying to turn the tables on Kalis from the first time these two met. And McCartan's doing a nice job, looking to get a leg in and break down with that far wrist control. Got the near, looking for the far, trying to break him down, and in fact he does. McCartan's going to try to convert this. McCartan in good shape now. Kalis trying to spin out, but doesn't have his hips clear. McCartan with a strong ride. McCartan now working the near half. Kalis in a precarious situation for a moment. Thought maybe McCartan would hit a cradle. Instead, he drives him off the mat. McCartan loads up. And they'll call him off the mat. 14 seconds to go. Strong ride by McCartan. Kalis has 14 seconds to get out, earn the first point of this match. Quickly to his feet, McCartan riding the ankle. He's got to get both, he's got to get the other one. McCartan can't ride that ankle for long. He, in fact, is able to get control. McCartan trying to get over the top. Nice job by Connor McCartan. In a scramble, able to maintain control. And we go to the third period. No score as McCartan will take the down position. See what Kalis is able to do on top. McCartan quickly to his feet. Kalis able to bring him right back down again. Parallel ride for Kalis. Now Kalis works out. We have blood time. McCartan. So McCartan's got a good bloody nose with some nice drips. Brian Curran says maybe from a little bit of a hard crossface. Let's recap what's happened so far. At 160 pounds, as Barnett of Cedar Falls suffered a fall to LaGrange of Prairie. It was 6-0. Pearson then pinned Willett. It was 12-0 Prairie. And a reversal from an earlier match between these two. Logan Andaway defeated Dakota Southworth by a score of 4-3. It was 15-0 Prairie. Stoney DeGroat then pinned Ben Bowman. It was 21-0 Prairie. The Tigers have run off 2 straight falls. One from Colin Bonenkamp, another one from Justin Campbell. And here at 106 pounds, Connor McCartan in good position. McCartan able to ride out Hunter Kalis for the entire second period. Both wrestlers get a little bit of rest. Kalis able to throw McCartan back to the mat. See what kind of strategy is employed here. Kalis feels like he can ride McCartan. He will look for that pinning combination. Now he's got that near wing. But McCartan in pretty good shape. McCartan with that right leg out perpendicular. Kalis not able to turn him. Now he's working. Moves up to the half. And now Kalis trying to turn him. McCartan's got to slip the head. If he can slip the head, he's able to get out. Kalis now thinks momentarily about the cradle. McCartan's got to be able to get that head up. But Kalis in on a good half. Now 44 seconds to go. McCartan to his feet, and Kalis is going to let him go. So McCartan scores the first point. Now it's McCartan in on a single. McCartan in the exact same position as Callis was earlier. McCartan's got to secure the other leg, get control, and get the 2. Referee's slow to give the 2. Now he does. McCartan's got to keep the leg split. 20 seconds to go. McCartan keep the leg split. If he can turn a half, he can get some bonus points here. 14 seconds, he's got the leg split. Callis not able to get off the mat right now. 9 seconds. McCartan's able to be patient at this point. So Connor McCartan with a big win. A 3-0 win over Hunter Callis. So the Tigers creep back to within 6. The terrific match by the freshman Connor McCartan. Great second period ride. He's able to escape in the third, register the late takedown, and earns the huge 3 points in this match. Now we go to 113 pounds, where we're going to see another change in the lineup. Cedar Falls will take Jakey Penrith, who's 4th ranked at 120 pounds, and Penrith will move down to wrestle 113 pounds. And he'll wrestle 4th ranked 113 pounder Austin Kegley, who's 23-2. A feature match of the night. We assumed this was going to happen. We didn't know for sure. Pair of ranked wrestlers. It's Kegley and Penrith, and Kegley gets the early 2. Now it's Penrith who's working on reversal. Penrith continues to work. Kegley trying to stay around, tosses him up, and in a minimum he's going to get the 2. In fact, he does. So now Penrith lets him go. Quick reversal, and now it's 3-2. Referees conferring. In fact, they make the right call. So 24 seconds in, we've got a takedown, a reverse, and now an escape. It's 3-2. Penrith wrestles normally at 120 pounds. Comes down a weight to take on Kegley. 2 highest ranked wrestlers that will meet in this match. We'll see another one later at 132 pounds of a couple of ranked wrestlers. Kegley in behind again. Slick little heel pick that time by Kegley's able to work around. And he owns a 5-2 lead. Penrith looking to get back to his feet. Kegley working the wing. And very aggressive on top. Got to be careful with that shoulder. Now Kegley does not have back points yet, but he's going to get him here. Penrith in a world of hurt here. Kegley may have the pin. He does. So Austin Kegley records the first period fall. And a big 6 points registered. The Tigers take a chance, move Penrith down, looking for the win at 113. Instead, they lose Penrith's potential points at 120 and give up a fall at 113. So we move to 120 pounds. And Reese Dietz, who was slated to wrestle at 113, moves up to 120s. The Tigers simply flip their 13 and 20 pound wrestlers. And it's Austin Stoom at 13 and 14, who he will take on. 27-15, the meet score. Dietz in on a shot. Stoom able to sprawl. Looks like Dietz still working on that shot. Dietz trying to break that knee. Now it's Stoom's able to break him down, work around, he gets the 2. Dietz 7-11 at 113 pounds. Stoom 120 pounds and is 13 and 14, owns the early lead. As I said in pregame, Chris Ortner said that in the first meeting between the two schools, nearly everything went the way of the Tigers. Expected something much closer tonight, and that is exactly what has happened. Stoom's trying to walk that, and now the referee Gives a potentially dangerous call. That half got down on the elbow, that wing, excuse me. Stum able to break Dietz down again. 2-0. First period, we've wrestled 80 seconds of this first period. Both teams 5-0 in MVC action. The winner in really good shape when it comes to winning the Mississippi side. Cedar Falls does own the lone victory over Western Dubuque. And Western Dubuque has just that loss in conference action. If Prairie were to hang on and win this duel, Cedar Falls would need Western Dubuque to defeat Prairie to create a three-way tie at the top of the standings. Of course, a lot of wrestling here in Cedar Rapids before that's going to happen. So Stum's able to ride out Dietz, and Dietz chooses the top position after being ridden out most of the first period by Stum. Dietz feeling low as he had an advantage on top. Now Stum's got Dietz high, and he's gonna, once Stum gets his head out, he's gonna be in good shape. What Dietz has got to be careful of is Stum grabbing the head and turning this into a pinning combination. Gotta be careful not to figure four that head. Well, Stum looking to get the head out. Once he does, it'll be 2. That's what Dietz has got to be careful of. He's recognized the precarious situation he is. Instead gives up just the 2, so it's 4-0 now. Stum on top of Dietz of Cedar Falls. Dietz trying to find his way back onto the mat. Stum's got him broken down, now straddling him on top. Again, trying to get that wing, work from there. Had one earlier, got a little low, potentially dangerous situation called. Went back to the center, now we'll do that again. 57 seconds remaining in the second period. Good crowd on hand tonight for this meet. Recognize the 1978-1979 state champion Cedar Rapids Prairie Hawks, featuring Jim Zaleski and Barry Davis. Did a nice ceremony to honor Prairie Hawks prior to tonight's wrestling. Neither Davis nor Zaleski able to make it, so I'm sure that was slightly disappointing for the crowd. Both sent messages, one by way of video, the other by way of an email. So Stum continues to ride Dietz. Not a lot of action taking place here in this second period. 15 seconds to go after the reversal by Stum made it 4-0. Now Dietz just trying to get back to his base, which he's able to do, but it's going to be a little late for him as the second period expires. Stum on top and pretty decent command of this match, 4-0. Stum will take neutral position. And Dietz decides to start on top. Stum goes neutral. Neither one wants to go underneath the other. Now Dietz in on a decent shot. He was in here earlier. Stum was able to just fight it off. Now Stum in good position again. He's got Dietz flattened out. And we're gonna go back to the center. Dietz has been able to get in on a couple of shots in this match, just not able to finish once he's been there. The weak shot that time taken by Dietz, found himself in a bad position. Dietz trying to haul in Austin Stum, but Stum's going to turn that into 2. That's 6-0 now. What Dietz has got to stay away from his bonus points. He'll stay off his back. Make sure that this stays at 6, does not get to 8. Now 40 seconds remaining in this third period. But 120 pounds after Dietz and Penrith swap spots at 113 and 120 pounds. Now 20 seconds to go. Dietz takes a look up at the clock to see where he's at. Referee urging both the wrestlers to get something done here. And we're gonna leave the circle with 4 seconds to go. So it appears as though, unless something crazy happens in this final 4.3 seconds, this is gonna be a regular decision. Stoom gonna win this. Needs to be a little bit careful. He certainly doesn't want to roll into bad points. So Stoom able to defeat Dietz. And the Tigers, who had brought it back to 21-15, now find themselves back down by 15 again. (30-15) your overall score. So they announced Dylan Witt. It is in fact not Dylan Witt. Gabe Hayes. Yeah. Gabe Hayes goes at 126 pounds, not Dylan Witt. Hayes gives up the early takedown. And that's Austin Nicewaner, who was able to get the early 2-0 lead. So at 126 pounds, Tiger's going to have to get something going and get it going soon. Nicewaner continuing to control Hayes on top. Nicewaner coming in the record of 3-15. Not have Hayes' record on hand. He was not scheduled to wrestle. Hayes now getting to his feet, trying to peel the hands. He does. Now he's got to make a quick spin and get out of this. And now we get the stall warning. Nicewaner making no effort to bring him back to the mat, so he gets the stall call. Hayes has got to get out in the final 35 seconds. Get this to a 2-1 match. Neither wrestler working very hard. As I say that, it is Gabe Hayes who is warned on bottom. So both wrestlers, the stall warning. First 140 of this. Now Nicewaner pulls Hayes back in. Hayes trying to roll himself out into a little bit of a peril. Now Hayes back on his feet. Now he's got to peel and sit out. But Nicewaner's going to be able to take him back. Hayes trying to get the switch, but it doesn't work. And Tigers on a number of occasions not able to secure escape points. Those are things that you generally considered as givens at this level. Not happening tonight as Prairie's doing a good job riding. We do have blood time, blood on the mat. I'm not sure it comes from either one of these wrestlers. So we'll have the crew clean this up. Take a look at the team rankings. Southeast Polk, #1 in Class 3A. Waverly Shellrock at 2. Valley at 3. Ankeny Centennial, Waukee, Fort Dodge, North Scott, Mason City, Des Moines East, and Ankeny. Fort Dodge defending state champions, of course. Now Hayes will go to the top. Not only Hayes does he need something good to happen, the Tigers need something good to happen. Just 5 weights left for the Tigers to make up the 15 points on the scoreboard. Hayes working on a cradle. Now he decides to go looking for a wing. Hayes working for some hand control, trying a variety of things. Hayes with the leg in. Now it's Nicewander tries to throw him through, but Hayes able to stick with him. Go back to center circle. Hayes stays on top. 34 seconds gone in the second period. Hayes not able to break Nicewander all the way down to the mat. Now Hayes with his length trying to work a cradle. Now he's got the half. Not nearly as effective when Nicewander's still on his knees. Nicewander up to his base, all fours. Hayes trying to work that cradle. Now Nicewander slowly but surely makes his way up. Hayes dumping to the mat. Now he's looking for a tilt potentially. Now Nicewander's able to get Hayes, and we've got near fall points. We're going to get 2 out of this. So Nicewander gets not only the reverse, but he gets the 2 near fall. And it's a 6-0 lead. 30 seconds to go in this second period. Hayes, he can get his hips over the top. He's in good shape, and in fact he does, and he gets the reversal himself. And now he's got Nicewander broken down in pretty good position here. Got a leg in. Looks like he's maybe got some control. I can't see because I'm on Matt's side, but he's certainly got a wing on this side, but now Nicewander's able to get his head up and out. So it looked like maybe Hayes had an opportunity for some sort of near fall. That escapes, but Hayes is able to get a late 2 and cuts the gap to 6-2 as we enter the third and final period. No overtime matches yet tonight. Hayes back on down. Nicewander looking to break him down. Hayes needs to free that left hand. Get control of that wrist. Nicewander. Tight waist in the wrist, really working Hayes. Now Hayes tries to sit out. Nicewander able to follow him. He's got to follow that up with the move. Now he sits out. Now Hayes has got to, in good shape, he's got to turn it in. In fact, Hayes now got to get to his knees. Now he's in trouble. Hayes was in great shape momentarily, just didn't finish. He needed to work through and gets thrown to his back. So Gabe Hayes, who was in terrific shape about 10 seconds before the fall, just doesn't finish the move. Nicewander then overpowers him, takes him to his back, and registers the fall. Now the Tigers in a world of hurt on the scoreboard, down 36-15, just 4 weights remaining. Fifth fall, registered by Prairie at 132 pounds. Conrad Braswell, 22-4, and Jackson Barth, a couple of ranked wrestlers squaring off. And it's Braswell who's taking control of this with an early takedown. Braswell working on his own tilt. He's got the legs locked up tight. Nothing yet. Now the referee will begin his count. No danger of being pinned here is Barth. Braswell just racks up the first 5 points. Now Braswell going to put the legs back in and go right back to work. Now working on the ankle. Now it's Barth trying to sit out. Barth now in a little bit of a decent position. Braswell able to maintain control. Barth felt it for a moment, as did Braswell, so he quit what he was doing and got back on top. 32 seconds to go. First period, it's 5-0 Braswell. He's ranked third at 132 pounds. 22-4 on the season is Conrad. Jackson Barth in the midst of a really nice season. 20-4 for the 9th-ranked Barth. Barth being controlled in this one. Braswell able to get another 2-point near fall, and it's a 7-point first period for Braswell, doing what he wants. Same combination, it looks like. And time is going to expire. This night has belonged to Prairie and continues in this one. A couple of bright spots here and there for the Tigers, but it's everything that Prairie was hoping for on a night in which they're celebrating 40th anniversary of their first title. Prairie has won 2 titles, one in 1979, and I believe the other one was 1995. In fact, it was. Now Braswell and Barth. Now Barth in, he carries him. Barth's able, looked like he was going to gain 2, but in fact he doesn't. He's still got the leg in. Now Braswell, no 2. So nice carry by Barth, just not able to finish. Braswell showing off the defense as well. Stayed tight, never gave up. Barth in on another shot. Braswell's able to fight that off. He's wizard Barth. Now Barth trying to get in behind. And we got a fight. Barth can get it, end up on top, and Barth in very good shape here. Barth keeps control of the arm. Now he's got Braswell in some trouble. But in fact, Braswell's able to keep control, but Barth will get the 2. Now Barth looking for a turn of his own. Braswell's looking for the reversal, and now we got a potentially dangerous call. See what they're going to give him the 1, and now Barth comes up. Looks like he's going to be okay. Barth does, in fact, get the reverse. The escape for Braswell makes it 8-2. Barth's shown some glimpses here in this second period. Good job of fighting off that heel pick. Now it goes back to the same move, and Braswell's able to execute. Braswell's loading up. Got the legs split. Now Braswell looking at the same move as he's had a couple of times for near fall points. Now Barth able to stay out of it at least this time. Now he's still got the legs in. Braswell so physical on top. 6 seconds to go for Barth. Down 10-2. Barth trying to work out. 1 period left for a miracle for Barth. Barth's not able to come back here. Prairie will win the meet here. Barth still working on top of Braswell. He'll work for something. If he's not able to get a pinning combination of any sort, I'm sure he'll just let him up. As long as he can work on top, he will. Braswell able to slide the hips out from underneath. Now he's got control of Barth's leg. Braswell trying to throw Barth by. Barth now a little bit high. Barth's got a counter. He does so. He's able to get that crossface, keep the head down, and now we got blood time. So 45 seconds gone in this third period, and it's Barth who's got some blood coming from his lip. Got the blood taken care of, so they'll head back out. Braswell took control with points in the first period, a couple near fall, 2-point and a 3-point. Since then, Barth has wrestled tough, been in a couple of good shots, a couple of scramble situations, which not able to come out on top. Now he's trying to ride Braswell. Braswell gets a nice break for the blood timeout. Comes out with a lot of energy. Jackson continues to ride him hard. So he's got to work him back to the mat, does. Now Braswell sits out. Barth trying to turn this in, and he does. But Braswell slick, he's able to move out. Now Barth still does have control of that arm. Got to keep him flat, keep that arm. And Braswell able to clear the arm. And Barth working hard on top. And now we're going to get a stall warning on Braswell on bottom. Quite honestly, won't have much of an impact on this match. Unless he happens to get another one, then he'll lose his major decision. In the scheme of things will be fairly insignificant. He wins this match, regardless of whether it's a major or a regular decision. Will not change the outcome. Prairie is going to win. In fact, Braswell might give up another point here, but it won't matter because this is over. Braswell registers the 10-2 win. Braswell did pin Barth the first time they wrestled, so there are no moral victories. A much tougher match this time. So the beautiful thing about the sport of wrestling is, even though it's over on the scoreboard, you still have individuals who are headed out there, and they can just do their thing. It's Jack Plaguey and Johnny Washburn, a couple of records that are sparkling. Washburn 23-7, Plaguey 16-6. Tigers won the first one 45-27. Prairie doing a complete reversal here in their home gym. Plaguey does a nice job of fighting off of that shot. They'll head back to the center circle after wrestling 35 seconds. Plaguey and Washburn. Plaguey owns a 4-0 decision over Washburn in their first meeting. And he's able to get the first 2 points with the takedown. And they're going to give 1 to Washburn on the escape. So 2-1, exactly a minute gone in the first period. Jack Plaguey of Cedar Falls on top. Tigers looking to leave the gym with some momentum after the last 3 matches. Both teams with a duel left, and then we'll have the MVC championships. Then we're on to tournaments. As impossible as it seems, the state wrestling tournament not that far off. Nice job of changing levels that time by Plaguey. Plaguey's able to scoot around for second takedown. See if he can, as I go down to change my score, nearly reversible. In fact, they'll give Washburn the escape instead, so we're 4-2. A couple of takedowns, a couple of escapes. Plaguey looking to turn the corner again, fought off by Washburn. So that's where we're in the first period, 4-2. Jack Plaguey on top. Plaguey will take down in his option. Prairie's been tough on top all night long. And credit Kane Thompson and his staff. Working his way to a near fall position. Plaguey fell into that one. Washburn gonna get some near fall points. Plaguey's able to roll through, but not before he gives up a 2-point near fall. Now we're getting a tilt. Now Plaguey's gonna try to get on top. Plaguey not able to roll through. Plaguey is going to be okay. Here's able to get that left arm free. So we get a reversal, 2-point near fall. So just like that, it was a 4-2 deficit, now a 6-4 lead. Plaguey a little bit fortunate to get away. Now 6-5 after the escape. Scramble situations have not been kind to the Tigers. Plague able to... No, he is not. I thought he was able to turn that into another 2. Off a Washburn shot. 30 seconds to go. Plaguey down 6-5. Washburn in on the shot, but Plaguey turns it in to 2 points of his own. He's got a leg tied up, in good shape to ride him out the final 11 seconds. Plaguey to tie him up on top. I'd be surprised if we have a break in the action here. And the referee's just going to let it go, in fact. So Plaguey on top 7-6 in what's been a back and forth situation at 138 pounds. As I look back on previous scores, maybe the first time we've actually had a lead change in any one of the matches. I believe it was. Expected a lot of these, haven't had any. No Plaguey looking to ride out Washburn here. Washburn, his head on the mat, still on his base. Plaguey working on hands. You can see the fighting down below from our angle here. And Plaguey working on that ankle, trying to break down Washburn. And now Plaguey trying to turn Washburn through, not able to do it. .50 seconds gone in this third period as Plaguey tries to earn his second victory of the season over Johnny Washburn. .40 was the first time, and now we get a stall call on bottom, and that is Washburn. So Washburn warned. Plaguey continues to work on top. Washburn, a little bit of a burst of energy trying to get on top, but we see Washburn really doing nothing on bottom. Plaguey continues to work on top, trying a variety of maneuvers. Now Plaguey able to bring Washburn back to the mat, but Washburn, he's going to get 2 as Plaguey finds his way to his back. Washburn going to get the 2. He still has the same combination. Jack Plaguey rolls himself into 2. Was a 7-6 lid, disappears. And that's been the way this night has gone. Plaguey twice rolls himself into 4-point situations. And Washburn wins this one 10-7. So Prairie continues to roll. So 43-15. Can't believe this is what anybody expected. So now we move on to 145 pounds. This is Brady Nicewaner. Both Austin and Brady Nicewaner wrestling for Prairie. And we got Christian Simpson at 13-9 for the Tigers. So it's Nicewaner who needs some blood time. Well, Nicewaner returns to the mat, as does Simpson, and here we go. Wrestled just 30 seconds. The wrestlers just feeling each other out right now. Simpson scored a fall against Nicewater, the 3:37 mark of the second period. First time they met. He'd like to repeat that performance. Something about wrestling in front of those home fans, however, brought out something a little bit in Prairie tonight that didn't see earlier. Prairie does have a few wrestlers back for the first time these two teams met, and that was something that Chris Ortner had mentioned in his notes to me earlier. Under a minute to go. Nicewater goes for a pick. Simpson not falling victim to that. Simpson in for a shot. Nothing happening. No real scoring opportunity as I say that. Simpson's able to get on top, but outside the circle. So we'll head back for the final 35 seconds. And Christian Simpson of the Tigers. Nice job of Simpson throwing the elbow by, getting in behind, scoring the first 2 points over Cedar Rapids Prairie. Now it's Simpson in. He's got the legs locked in tight, but the period will run out. So Simpson goes into the second period with a 2-0 lead. And Simpson will take the down position. And now we've got a little bit more blood. Cruz, one of those wrestlers that did not wrestle the first time when the Tigers were able to defeat the Prairie Hawks. Now we're underway. See, that is Simpson on bottom. Simpson working to his base. Nicewater trying to lift. Simpson's doing a nice job of sitting out and frees his hands, and he's got the escape. Now Simpson up. Simpson's able to move Nicewater off the match, who also gets warned for backing out. So Simpson being awarded for his aggressiveness. Nice shot by Simpson off the whistle. Simpson's in deep, goes to the head. Nicewater decides not to mess around with that. So another stall point along with that gives Simpson the 7-0 lead. Missed the warning, my apologies. Once in a while I do have the referee in my way as I sit here Matt's side. Now Simpson's in very good position. Nicewater able to fight that off, however. It looked like Simpson was at least going to get himself some back points there, but Nicewater able to free himself. Now Simpson with the leg in, Nicewater. Now he's in good position. Now he's able to flatten him out. He got the half in the wing. Now Simpson's in very good position. He's got Nicewater turned, and he's going to roll him straight in there. So Simpson registers the fall. The 3:49 mark of the second period. So it's 43-21 on the scoreboard now, with one match left to go. Tigers will send Austin Cross to the mat. Cruz on the mat for Cedar Rapids Prairie. Again, he's ranked 10th. He's 9-2 on the season. Cruz in a deep shot. Cross able to fight that off. Now Cross going for the throw, but Cruz able to roll him through, and now it's Cross in some trouble. Cross able to roll his way out of it. They are going to give him 2 with the near fall. So a quick scramble, and the Tigers have come out of the short end of those most of the evening. So it's Justice Cruz. He's listed as Justin Cruz, but it's Justice. And he has a 4-1 lead over Austin Cross of the Tigers. Final match at 152 pounds. Cruz still wizard by Cross. Cross does a nice job of fighting that off with the wizard. After Cruz looked like he was gonna pick up another takedown. See the quickness of Cruz, being able to get in on a couple of shots very deep. Cross able to fight this last one off. Cruz lulls you to sleep. Now that time Cross able to fight that off. Cross thinking about a throw. And now it's Cross who potentially could end up top of Cruz. In fact, he does. Now it's Cross who has that head locked in there tight. Cross has got him locked up tight, and the fall. So Cross got comfortable in the first one. Cruz finds himself in the exact same position. I'm not sure that Cruz doesn't have a shoulder out. I don't know. And Cruz went down, and although the crowd is laughing a little bit, I believe Cruz lost consciousness for a moment. He comes up, and he was on the mat. I thought maybe it was a shoulder, but in fact, I believe he hit his head. He came up and was not aware of what was happening at the moment, so what turns a moment of celebration into a moment of concern. That's for certain. And Cruz now, you can see he's asking what happened. He's not exactly sure. So Austin Cross does get the fall, but the crowd has grown silent here as a concern for the well-being of Justice Cruz. The referee will in fact raise the hand of Austin Cross, and we certainly hope that Cruz is okay. And you can just still sense the confusion on the part of Cruz. He's not sure. And it's an odd way to end a meet.
Check, 1 team point for Prairie.
Concerning way. In a tough sport, these things happen sometimes. But a big win for Austin Cross as the Tigers finished with a couple of falls. 43-27, the final score in this one. Cedar Rapids Prairie defends its home turf. Prairie now 6-0 in NBC action. Cedar Falls drops to 5-1 and will in fact now rest its hopes on Western Dubuque. Tigers will hope that Western Dubuque defeats Prairie and creates a 3-way tie at the top. So I'm Jeremiah Longnecker. I appreciate you spending some time with me. Our fine crew for Channel 15, Mike Menden and Denny Bowman, bringing you this action from Cedar Rapids. Once again, Cedar Falls falls 43-27 to the Prairie Hawks of Cedar Rapids Prairie. Thanks for spending some time with me. Take care. Jeremiah Longnecker signing off.